All right, guys, welcome back to another video of Shaman J. Today we're talking about why I feel like the OnePlus 13 might be, and it might turn out to be the phone of the year for 2025 in the United States market. And what I'm going to show you is comparing it in some areas next to the phones that kind of dominate the US market. So first, let's start with hardware, because that's an important factor. So here's my Pixel 9 Pro XL, and I do have the Pixel 9 Pro as well. These comparing it next to these two devices right here, instantly with the OnePlus 13, what I've found is that the OnePlus 13 feels much better in the hand because it has a tapered backside, more like the Pixel 8 Pro. So this feels much better in the hand. Now, I do like the camera bar better on the Pixel 9 lineup, but overall, this footprint on here for the OnePlus 13, it just, the size of it. Now, I'm comparing to the large version, even though you guys know I prefer the smaller variant. But with that, though, the OnePlus 13 appears to feel a little bit thinner in the hand because it has that tapered back, and it is just a beautiful setup here for the hardware itself. The Pixel has a flat back and it's a soft touch matte feel, and it's actually really nice, but the Pixel feels a little chunky in the hand in comparison to the OnePlus 13. So hardware wise, the OnePlus 13 also looks better. Now, again, this entire video is subjective. This is my point of view. You can come to your own conclusions. You don't have to agree with what I'm saying, but I'm just telling you from all the devices that I'm using currently that are major flagships that dominate the US market, OnePlus doesn't appear to be one of those dominating factors, but it should be widely considered by a lot of people. So, oh, and for reference, this video is being recorded with the Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus. So, when you compare it next to the Pixel, yeah, I think the OnePlus looks better, feels better, and the screen on the OnePlus is just incredible, man. It is just nice and vibrant, and it just looks really good. Now, when I bring in something like an iPhone, my Pro Max is not next to me because never next to me. Again, with the hardware, I do like the hardware of the OnePlus 13. Obviously, I prefer the size. Again, I don't have my 16 Pro Max next to me. I do have one, though. I'll let someone use it, obviously. But yeah, if you take size away, I still prefer the OnePlus 13 because it has that tapered back and it has a better feeling back. And again, I do still prefer the camera module on the Pixel 9 Pro and Pro XL better than the OnePlus 13. And again, that's very subjective. But the device that some people say might be the king of smartphones in the US, they would probably consider this to be the king of smartphones in the US. And, you know, hey, I don't think that the people keep asking me things like, which do you take, this over that? I have all the phones, and so it's kind of difficult to just tell you, oh, hey, this one's the best of them all. But when it comes to comparing the OnePlus 13, I favor the OnePlus 13 over all of these devices here on the table. Over all these devices. For hardware, the OnePlus 13 takes it, in my humble opinion. Especially with the Galaxy S25 Ultra, because it's so squared off and it's just it just feels different in the hand. It's got completely flat sides. It's got a smaller battery inside, but it's thicker. There's just some things on there. And again, I think I like this camera module better than the OnePlus 13 as well. It's time for Apple to do a module update on their phones for their cameras. But I do like the Samsung better. A camera module better than the OnePlus 13. Now, the device that feels better than all of these in the hand that matches the OnePlus 13 is the Pixel 8 Pro. If you've held a Pixel 8 Pro, you've held the OnePlus 13, in my humble opinion. The only difference is the Pixel 8 Pro is much heavier. It's a little bit thicker, but it pretty much feels the same in hand when it comes to the everyday task and day-to-day usage. It feels phenomenal. The Pixel 8 Pro feels better in the hand than all of these devices, if you technically, but that aside, I think that is one of the main reasons why I would consider the OnePlus 13 better than those devices. When I look at a complete package for hardware, I like the OnePlus 13 a lot better. Another more important factor is going to be the price. The OnePlus 13 is less in price than all of these devices. Maybe not this one if you can find one new. These are discounted, but still you won't get the higher memory storage like you can on the OnePlus in comparison. So, the 8 Pro is still a viable option for a lot of people, and it is really nice. But I wouldn't take it over the OnePlus 13. I just wouldn't do it. The price point of the OnePlus 13 is $839 for a 512 gig. And I got my watch free when I got this. My watch 2, I got it free when I bought this phone. So the perks that help Samsung users is the trade-in value. That's what helps Samsung, is their trade-in value. Their trade-in value is probably unmatched by probably every other OEM. I don't know of any other OEM that can match Samsung's trade-in value. I just don't see it. I think they have the best trade-in value. And I think that's what's boosting sales with Samsung phones today, because Samsung is kind of hitting a brick wall for innovation. So hardware-wise, again, and then price, the OnePlus wins. Now, the OnePlus screen is just as beautiful as any of the other phones that I put on this table. So I'll go ahead and fire up a video and I'll show you what I mean. So I've got two phones playing here with the same video. This is the S25 Ultra. I don't know why it's stuttering. It's on my fiber internet. I don't know. It's trolling me. But I've also got it playing here on the OnePlus 13. And, it's right in line, if not better, when you look at it, as a whole. It just looks really good. And I don't know why this is trolling me. Samsung fans don't be mad at that, but let's get iPhone in here and see if I can load that same video. I think OnePlus as a whole, their screens are just beautiful at this point, and they can't be overlooked. Let me load up this video real quick here. Hold on. All right, here's the iPhone playing the video. Might have been my Wi-Fi network or something. Well, the OnePlus is on the Wi-Fi network, and it's not stuttering, so I don't know what's going on with my Samsung phone. But here, even looking at the screens on here next to the iPhone, I think the OnePlus just does very well. Screens were a thing where Samsung kind of dominated that arena, and it got to the point where some people just wrote off every other screen and said Samsung was the only one that was the top dog. But I just disagree with that. So you've got price, you've got hardware, where I think OnePlus is dominating in this arena. It really kills the others on price. It just dominates the other ones on price. And then screen, obviously, that can really be subjective, but price is just set in stone. So you just get more for your money with the OnePlus. So they definitely win that. But screen, software, I think the software on here, that would go to Samsung. Samsung overloads their software with things that you might not even need to use all that stuff, and it's just there. It's subjective for sure, but I think Samsung will always probably win the "I loaded my phone with software" question or battle or whatever. But at the same time, how useful is a lot of those things on the phone? OnePlus, more towards customization. That's where they're leaning more towards, is customizations. And if you're an Android user, you love to customize it. You now have themes on the OnePlus, just like you have themes on the Samsung. So they're getting down, man. You go to wallpapers, and then I'll now go to customize. If you go to settings, you can personalize the display. And you see you have themes. These are all the themes that I've set at some point or another. Yeah, and you've got a lot of the OnePlus themes. But, customizations, you can customize this phone any way you want to. I just think that OnePlus software is solid. And whether you think it's better than Apple's iOS or Google's version of stock Android or just whatever, or Samsung, it's up to you. I think as a complete package, I haven't had any problems with this OnePlus software, and the price is fair and really exceeds my expectations when you compare it to what I'm getting from the other devices. As far as memory and, like that, when you buy the memory and storage and everything, OnePlus is winning. This 512 gig with 16 gigs of RAM costs $899, and then they're giving away a watch or a case or something, and you can get that with no trade-in. Sometimes you'll hit that price with some of the other phones with a trade-in. Because I didn't trade anything in to get this, I just bought it and took the $100 discount they gave me, and that's it. So I think OnePlus wins in design, hardware. The screen conversation, okay, it's just as good as the other screens, if not better in some situations, but it's kind of a fair battle there. Again, price, the OnePlus wins. Performance, they all perform well, so that's kind of a draw. But where all of them don't do the same in performance is battery. The OnePlus's battery, they are using the new stack technology, where this is a 6,000 milliamp hour battery in this little slim phone. And I got to tell you, folks, the battery is great. This battery is truly amazing. They've put together something that I think people are going to have to recognize at some point or another. Yeah, it's early in the year. It's February 2025, and I'm already telling you that this will probably end up being the phone of the year for 2025, unless some miraculous thing happens and they bring out another device to beat this, or Apple brings out a phone, which I know I can't even finish that sentence without laughing, but you know what I'm saying? Like, who else is left? Google's going to bring another phone, and Apple's going to bring another phone this year. Hopefully, that's the plan, based on the timelines. And their phones won't be able to compete with pricing and storage options. And, Apple's phones are overloaded with performance. Samsung's phones are overloaded with features and options. The Pixel phones have some of the best cameras for taking photos. Well, I can get all that right here because the cameras on this phone, oh man, again, subjective. It's all about what you like or whatever. But the truth of the matter is, I've been using OnePlus phones to record a lot of content on the channel. And if I take off the logo that says OnePlus and didn't tell you that it was a OnePlus, you would love it. Like if I didn't tell you this was a smartphone I'm using right now, you would just say, wow, that looks pretty good. But it is the Galaxy S25 Plus. That's just what it is. It's just what it is. Phones can do a lot for content creators. You can use a phone and create your entire world, and you will have there's so many people out there that use phones to create content, and their channels are doing well. It's just inevitable that they take over completely at one point. So you got great cameras. I would say even better than all the phones I brought out in a lot of areas. The hardware is better to me. The price tag is better. The battery is better. The software matches. The performance matches. The screens match. I mean, it's a winner in my book. So again, I know it's early on, but I'm telling you, this is going to turn out to be the phone of the year. It really, if it doesn't make the top 5 or the top 3, I will be surprised. It's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed. How do you feel about the OnePlus 13? They are not capitalizing in the US market share area, but that doesn't mean that this isn't a great product. Simply put, just because these companies have the money to spend in the market doesn't make them better companies to choose from. No shade, but it doesn't mean because you have more money, you're just able to get more of the market share because you can do more PR and things like that, and you can make better deals with carriers. Can you imagine if the OnePlus 13 were to hit carriers and the actual people at the store knew how to sell the phone? They just, the way it will happen is OnePlus could negotiate a great deal with carriers and make sure this phone brings a lot of commission, guaranteed, because that's how it is with the carriers. Back in the day, they would get paid off of, some phones would just do better on commission. Yeah, believe that. So OnePlus, maybe they're not willing to play that game. I don't know. But I can tell you one thing, it may not be on carriers, and it may be a phone that some people will definitely overlook because they're so loyal to Samsung, Apple, and Google. But the truth of the matter is, worldwide, Samsung, Apple, and Google are not dominating. I don't think so. It's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed. The OnePlus 13, wow factor. Truly amazing. I'll see you in the next video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this content. Take care.